Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles. We're going to talk about Doctor Who and a rumor that the reason they brought Billie Piper back at the end of the Reality War, the last episode of the season, last episode of Ncuti Gatwa's run, is to bring her back to get back together with David Tennant. And if that is true, it's going to get a little creepy because if you remember correctly, they did this whole bi-generation thing where basically David Tennant's doctor split into two doctors. It was his doctor and Ncuti Gatwa, and they were both the doctor. Well, Ncuti Gatwa turned into effectively Rose Tyler, right? Or Bad Wolf for the moment or whatever. And could they be planning to like have them fuse together like Steven Universe style into another new doctor? Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares? I don't even know what this show is anymore. But we're going to talk about the ratings. We're going to talk about how they apparently reshot the entire ending as a Hail Mary pass to get Disney to renew the show. And they might renew it. Who knows? I don't know anymore. Speaking of Steven Universe, I just found out they're doing a Steven Universe spin-off series. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? I'm like, no. I give up on trying to predict what studios are going to do with their money anymore. If it were me, if I were in charge of Disney, I wouldn't throw more money after Doctor Who, given the abysmal ratings, given the decline in viewership. And it's not something I own. I wouldn't spend any more money on it, but it's not my money. So they might. Who the hell knows? Anyway, we're going to talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Check out badorcs.com. This video brought to you by badorcs.com. Got some more enamel pins coming your way. So there we go. Check out badorcs.com. Orcs are a-holes, guys. Remember, orcs are a-holes. All right, so this is coming from Gizmodo. We got a couple of things going on here. So apparently they reshot the entire ending of that episode. And there's, it's leaking now that the original ending, I guess, had more Susan Foreman in it, and it made a lot more sense, but whatever. I mean, none of it matters, right? I mean, from at least my point of view, none of it really matters because as far as I'm concerned, Doctor Who ended with the 12th Doctor. Everything else has been really bad fan fiction. It's just like, I don't even know what the show is anymore. But yeah, now they're talking as another stunt. They're going to bring David Tennant and Billie Piper back together again and probably, if I had to guess, fuse them back into one doctor. Maybe David Tennant will wear a dress. They'll just rip the Band-Aid off and he's going to strut around in heels because he's got Rose all up inside him. And just like, you know what? There we go, guys. That is how Doctor Who ends, with David Tennant in a dress, sauntering off into the sunset. Doctor Who might bring David Tennant to meet Billie Piper again. New rumors suggest the former co-stars may reunite in some capacity to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the show's revival. So now we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the original series and the 20th anniversary of New Who. And Gizmodo is reporting on this, guys. I don't want to hear anything about YouTubers being rumor mongers, but it is a rumor. And a lot of these rumors, I'm going to tell you the truth, I thought they were too ridiculous to be true, but they all turned out to be true, right? I remember when Nerdrotic was going on about how Doctor Who was going to start out as a little girl. They're going to retcon his origin and be like, oh yeah, he started out as a little girl. I'm like, that is the dumbest effing thing I've ever heard. Who the hell, like, they're not even trying with these rumors anymore. And by God, it wound up being true. Oh, they're going to bring David Tennant back. He's basically going to degenerate into an older doctor to save ratings. I'm like, that sounds dumb. They're not going to do that, right? I mean, actually, it's kind of like, well, if they brought him back, maybe it'd be all right. I don't know. That sounds kind of, I'm like, but they're not going to do it. They would never do that. By God, they did it. Okay, so yeah, what I'm saying, like, it is very possible this is why we see Billie Piper at the end of this episode, because they're going to fuse David Tennant and Rose together so they could be together forever inside the body of a new doctor, which is kind of creepy. I mean, it'd be like, yeah, they're just kind of rolling around in the sheets in my head all the time. It's never a good idea to put Too much trust in rumors, says Gizmodo, considering there were rumors online that correctly predicted how Shooty Got was run on Doctor Who would end, with the 15th Doctor regenerating into Rose Tyler. You can't rule them out. Most of them have come true. When it comes to Doctor Who, most of them have come true. And that's what's scary. The latest suggests Piper's return may be for a special purpose, a standalone special that would reunite her with David Tennant. Speculation was reported by UK papers The Mirror and The Sun, the latter of which cites an unnamed source teasing talks about a possible one-off project to celebrate the 20th anniversary. The story couldn't be more vague. The Sun piece goes on to note that there have been some ideas float around with the thought of maybe bringing David Tennant and Billie back for one last hurrah, and obviously nothing official has been confirmed. Sun's unnamed source also suggests a potential special could reunite Piper and Tennant as the version of the Doctor that bi-generated. The timing of the rumor comes as Doctor Who fans are wondering what lies ahead for the long-running sci-fi show, which has yet to announce any future plans following Gatwa's final episode. That includes whether or not the BBC and Disney will continue to collaborate on its production. And they didn't introduce her as the 16th Doctor, did they? That's what's interesting about it, because they're talking about how they didn't introduce her as the 16th Doctor. So people are like, well, she's probably Bad Wolf, or she's probably the Moment, or something, Or it could just be that they don't consider the bi-generated Doctors as being canonical Doctors necessarily. Like 14 and 15 coexist at the same time. 15 is the Doctor, but anybody that regenerates from, because you have a regeneration of a bi-generated Doctor, they would have to eventually, not be the Doctor, but like a completely different. I don't know. I'm confused as hell. I mean, this is like Gremlins, right? I mean, it's like you just keep like bi-generating Time Lords. I have no idea. Yeah, but I mean, eventually they would have to fuse them back together, because you can't have multiple Doctors running around out there. So but this would be very desperate, wouldn't it? Like, let's just get Piper and Tennant back together, because having them separate didn't work. But if we could just get them back together, this could be the closeout, though, too. If they do the special as a 20th anniversary thing, this could be the big goodbye, too. It could be like if the BBC decides they're not going to, go forward with Doctor Who for a while, or they're going to pause it for a while, and Disney has decided they don't want to bankroll anymore. It could be that they're just going to end it where they started with Rose, and just be like, we're just gonna, tie this up and send Doctor Who on its way for a while, and then eventually somebody else can come in and try to resuscitate it. I don't know. I don't even know what you would do at this point. You'd have to like wipe out the last 5 to 8 years completely. They said the idea of a Piper Tennant reunion would make sense in some ways. Tennant is such a beloved Doctor. He's played 2 different iterations of it. It's a very recent memory. Fans would welcome him back a third time, especially if it means a reteam with Rose. Could be the right move for the show that's navigating some rocky territory at the moment. Oh my God, Gizmodo, you sound like an alt-right YouTuber. Fascist, bigot, Nazi, or whatever. Whatever they call them. Like, if you think Doctor Who is dumb now, you're a literal Nazi. It's literally like killing people. I'm like, that is the dumbest fucking take. You don't like my comic book. You don't like my cartoon show or my video game. You're literally Hitler. It's like, can you imagine like like lumping nerds that don't like other nerd shit into the same category as like actual genocidal maniacs? I mean, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? Like, just the like, you really do need to get out of the house more, right? You really do need to you don't like my cartoon show, you're a Nazi. Anyway, it could be a right move for, rocky territory. That is a polite way of saying views off a fucking cliff. It's not doing great. The finale, it was a +7 rating of 3.44 million. Actually, the overnight was 2.17 million, which is unfortunately good now for Doctor Who. It used to be that double that was terrible, because that's what Capaldi was getting. It was like double that, and that was considered terrible. Now, like 2 million, we're over 2 million, guys. That's pretty good. We're not completely bankrupt yet. We got like $50 in the bank. That's pretty good. We didn't overdraw the checking account this month. We're doing all right. We're financially, fiscally sound. And that's kind of where the show is right now. So can I see them doing it? to do like a big ass, like a 2-hour special like they did for the 50th. Yeah. I mean, at this point, like they're so damn desperate. Yeah. If it takes getting Piper and Tennant back together, but you just know they're going to screw it up. Right. I mean, you just know it's going to screw it up. So this is a Doctor Who TV has it too. And yeah, they're talking about it too. They said that they think that they're going to merge them back together. They said, here's what I think is really going on to me. It seemed, and that's what I thought too. I was like, oh my God, I know what they're going to do. They're going to fuse them together. It seems clear Billie's not meant to become the next Doctor. The incomplete regeneration coupled with the fact she wasn't credited as the Doctor feels intentional. She's Rose, not as a returning companion, but as a vital key to restoring balance after the bi-generation. The Doctor split into two. During the bi-generation, it created a fracture. We didn't see the 15th moved forward, but the 14th was left behind, lingering on borrowed time. Now with 15 having regenerated, the tension of two active incarnations may be reaching its limit and something has to give. So they said, yeah, they said her presence might be what finally brings resolution to the split. Allowing for complete regeneration and the emergence of the actual 16th Doctor. It's not about rekindling old romance. It's about closure. It's about healing what was broken. In true Russell T Davies fashion, it's likely to come wrapped in emotion, metaphor, and just the right touch of metaphysical chaos. I mean, again, this is a guy who was like, hey, the Doctor's hand can become a doctor too. You know, it's kind of like, okay. Yeah, so what are they going to do? Like kiss and merge into another Doctor? Whatever. If they do this, it's going to be like a Dr. Donna situation where you got two doctors and they're just going to merge into one Doctor, and who the hell knows who they're going to pick. Like I said, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if David Tennant's suddenly wearing heels? So, do you think this is going to save the show? Hell no. I don't think it's going to save the show. But if they're going to end it, this might be a good place to put a pin in it per se, and then be like, yep, we'll come back to this in 10 years. We'll see where things are at. If not, we'll just do Big Finish audio plays from now until the end of time, comic books and stuff like that. I mean, Doctor Who had a 16-year hiatus, something like that before. Yeah, they could do it again. And actually, it might be better if they did, because a lot of the third-party licensed stuff is more Doctor Who than in the canonical TV show at this point. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.